Oh dear, ladies and gentlemen, it would appear that the Marvel's reboot of Fantastic Four is undergoing another rewrite. More script issues, apparently new creatives on board. That's not at all concerning, not at all worrying. When these things take as long as this has, there's always an issue at hand. And the issue, I've said many times, is that when something as simple as this, or what should be as simple as this, because let's face it, the Fantastic Four, it's not difficult to get right. It's really not at all. There's a litany of, story threads you could pull from, numerous comics you could pull from. Very easy to do, quite frankly. When this takes as long as it has, and there's as many issues as there are, it's because they're struggling to rework everything through a modern lens for the mythical modern audience that doesn't exist. Because whenever they do this, people don't turn up and no one is interested in it. This modern audience you speak of, by the way, don't do it. It's not real. So anyway, let's take a look at this. Hit subscribe if you're new here. And please do follow me over on Twitter and Instagram at MrHReviews. Click over here for my last video, which was a fantastic one. It was a comic read-through, not garbage comics like this, or what would be this, current day Marvel. It's a good one. It's a Hellraiser one. So anyway, let's take a look. Fantastic Four script, rumoured to be undergoing another rewrite, and they've even got new writers on board. Now I will say, and I think it's important to note, because it is, that's why I'm saying it, could be good, actually. We're very quick to jump on these things, but I also think it's really important to note that when they do keep changing things, or at least when they're changing stuff, maybe now we're seeing the pendulum swing the other way, and they're changing stuff, and they're changing writers for the betterment moving forwards. You never know, and I know that's being very optimistic, really optimistic. But remember, they did it with Daredevil. Born Again might be good. Again, that's super optimistic. Super optimistic. But some of the stuff that they've done for Born Again, on paper, says that they're trying. This could be, and it's a strong could. Don't think I'm getting my hopes up. I still think this will be garbage. Okay? I'm trying to play devil's advocate. It could be good. Right? This could be a good sign. It's important to note. In the interest of being fair and unbiased. But even if it's not, this is still hilarious, because this has been, God, how long has this been going on for now? Christ. So funny. And remember, like, Disney bought 20th Century Fox. They're like, yeah, we'll just buy you. The thinking was, because they've got good properties you could use. What have they used? What have they used? Nothing. Nothing. Like, and I'm not talking about just Marvel properties. They've done nothing with 20th Century Fox's library. So bizarre. So anyway, it sounds like Fantastic Four script isn't quite where Marvel Studios would like it to be. Isn't quite. You're bringing on new writers, son. It's not. It isn't quite. It's not. It's not even worthwhile having a sniff of it. I don't know where that came from. But do you mean it isn't quite where Marvel... No. No. The baby's been aborted. You've got to start conceiving again. Right? That's a really bad example. But my God, it is... It's not, it isn't quite. You're bringing on new writers. So despite previous reports indicating that cameras were set to begin rolling around April, we've recently heard that production has been pushed back and filming is not expected to get underway until July or September, right? Now, that's also important to note, is that that's definitely not getting released next year, which is what it's supposed to be doing. It's not getting released next year. So there's been no specific reason given at the time when that delay was announced, or rumoured anyway. But now, according to Daniel Richtman and DCU Leaks. Now, DCU Leaks actually were the ones that broke the news before any of the mainstream websites did of Stephen Yen leaving... What was it bloody called? That Marvel production? The Thunderbolts. Right? When he left them. Yep. They leaked it first before anyone. So when people say Reddit and they go, Reddit. No. Give them some props. They do get some stuff right. But DCU Leaks is saying that the script is undergoing another major rewrite, with Academy Award nominated The Disaster Artist and The Fault in Our Stars writers Michael Webber and Scott Neustadter. They've been brought on to work on Josh Friedman's script before filming starts. I mean, that's a complete rewrite. At this stage, do you remember how bad we were hearing that the Blade was? And then it got leaked in Variety. Variety just said everything that we've been saying for like a year and a half, 2 years. Yeah, Blade's pushed back. You know, there's 3 women that are the leads. He's 4th lead. It's actually a story about women and their life's issues. And we're like, what the fuck? This is supposed to be Blade. What are you on about? Like, I know Blade likes blood, but I don't want to see about women on the rag, for God's sake. Like, what are you doing? I know, super misogynistic joke. Fucking cry harder. Anyway, so like when they bring writers on and they keep changing writers, it's because it is a complete shit show, right? It is a complete shit show. This is a joke. We had heard, with respect to this Fantastic Four movie, we had heard that Vanessa Kirby's, who's rumoured to be in the role of Sue Storm, she was going to be the centre stage. It's her story. Can't keep a whammon down. We got a gender-swapped bloody Silver Surfer. All piles of nonsense that realistically just have no place here. But I also think it's important to note that they're probably changing this because they're screwed. Because Jonathan Majors has been charged. He's been found guilty, right? Yes, he's going to appeal, I would imagine. But he's been found guilty and he's been fired. Which means Kang the Conqueror has been conquered. So what are you going to do? You're going to have to reshape everything. And I think probably what they're going to use is Fantastic Four as a jump-off point for things to come. Which makes a lot of sense. I mean, that makes sense to me. Oh, dear, oh, dear. I mean, it's just terrible. So Rickman notes that the new script should be ready within a month or so. You shouldn't be having to do this anyway. This has been years in development. It shouldn't be this difficult. It shouldn't be this difficult. And again, I keep repeating, whenever they're struggling to do this, it has to be. I'm convinced, because we've got so much evidence of this. It has to be because they're struggling to rework an old, normal, just, you know, moralistic type story for the message. That's why. That's why they struggle. That's why these things take ages. Awful. Awful. The only good thing I've heard about this was Javier Bardem was going to be Galactus. I really like that. Don't really care about Pedro Pascal. Don't really care. Cillian Murphy is Doctor Doom. I'd like that. Or Mads Mikkelsen. But everything else sounds like a bloody disaster. What an absolute joke. Like Marvel, it's far more entertaining covering all the behind the scenes drama with Marvel than it is watching a Marvel film. Genuinely. So leave your thoughts down below. Love to hear it. Cheers guys. Take care. Bye bye now.